Ah, it's that time of year when people come to your house and you gather together and you eat a great meal and you have pecan pie and sweet potato pie and whatever kind of pie you have, right? All these different things happen, and then you finish your Thanksgiving meal and you're sitting around and you're just hanging out. There's people at your house and you go, hey, let's play a game. But you know there's dishes to do, so you can't pull out Twilight Imperium, or something like that. And people might leave in a few minutes. You say, wait a minute, what about a micro game? That's right, a micro review today for a micro game from a studio that you've probably heard of before, Strawberry Studio. This is Pyramid of the Sun. Let's take a look right now at what makes this game stand out. I've already told you it stands out by just saying that, but it does. And we'll talk about how we like this. Should you play this game? It's a micro review for a micro game right now. Happy Thanksgiving. I know you hate it when I do these explanations on the floor, but it's Mobile and it's really hot. And that, we only get to do our fireplaces like twice a year. So I thought right here in front of the fireplace would be a great place to talk about Pyramid of the Sun. So you've got your 5 different player color cards. You pick a player color, you get the token corresponding to that color. It goes on the scoring track, which goes from 1 to 8, then 9, kind of wonky. If you go over, you get these cards to indicate that you've got more points than this holds, obviously. You've got your base of the pyramid that gets set up down here. Depending on the length of the game you want to play, you put 6, 7, or 8 cards in between the 2 special edge cards. These cards are marked with a dot, so you can tell them apart from the rest of the cards. You lay the base of the pyramid down, and then you have 2 actions on your hand, on your turn. You can either draw 2 cards, or play as many cards as you want. You can never have a hand limit more than 5. So let's just say you have, 3 of these cards and 2 of these edge cards over here. Well, then you can play them anywhere appropriate. So for instance, let's just say I wanted to play the 6. Well, then you could play it here, obviously. You could not play the edge card here and just have some sort of wonky pyramid that shoots into the middle. You have to play the pyramid edge card where it goes. Now, the other thing is, I also could not play a card here. And I couldn't play it here. It has to have the requisite pieces, kind of like a tech tree, there to continue playing cards. And people will continue playing cards up and up and up until you build the pyramid, which I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. Anyway, you keep building the pyramid out. You can draw 2 cards, or you can play as many cards as in your hand. You'll notice these symbols have to do with a special action you can take in which you match up the amount of symbols next to you. You can either draw a card if you have 2 that match, or 2 or more that match, or you can score the amount of points of the symbols you touch. There's this iguana here. Let's just say if it had been played over here, which obviously it can't because of the placement. Well, yeah, this one could. Let's just say this was placed here. You could then either draw a card or score 2 points. This is kind of the basics of the game right here. That's what you do. You build the pyramid up like this. Now, interesting to note, how do you score? So let's just say I placed this card here on level 1 of the pyramid. It actually counts as 0. Then this is level 1. You would take the lower of the 2 options. You would either score 3 points for the number on the card, or the lower of the 2, which is the level the pyramid is on. So playing a level 3 card on level 1 of the pyramid only scores you 1 point. Conversely though, if you took a level 1 card and placed it on level 3 of the pyramid, you would also only get 1 point. So the maximal thing you're trying to do is to play, a level 3 card on level 3, a level 6 card on level 6 to get the most points. If you play an edge card in the appropriate place, these double your score. And if you play a top card on the pyramid, that triples the score. And that's it. That's the way you score points. You do that. And to where when you end up with something, when you take all the cards, it looks a little something like this. So you have a fully fledged built pyramid here based out of the cards that you all choose to play. And this is scored like this. This is a 1 on a 1, so it's 1 point. This is a 3 on 1, 2, 3, so it's 3 points. This is a 2 on level 3, so it's only 2 points. This is a 5 on level 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's only worth 4 points. However, this is a 6 on level 1, still only worth 1 point. So the best scoring card here, I think, is going to be the 6 on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 on 5 gets you 5 points. Plus, if you place the end cap here, actually, no, it's going to be this one. This is a 4 on level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's worth 4 points, but you double it because of that. Place the top piece, you triple it. So that's how you score. That's how you play. What do I think about this game? Let's find out. So that was Pyramid of the Sun. Now here's the things I love about this game, right? The market for micro card games is probably pretty big right now, in the sense that there's a lot of games out there trying to get your attention, just yelling at you, marketing, trying to get your attention. to buy that game. Well, the good thing about micro card games is the fact their price tag is pretty low, right? They play in 20 minutes max. This says 20 minutes. I doubt it takes that long. We never took that long. Good player count, right? So the question is, what makes you pick this one up instead of one of the other ones, especially if you have a limited cash? So you have $20 total. You might be able to buy 2 of these games, but you can definitely buy just one of them at this point. What makes you buy Pyramid of the Sun versus, say, I don't know, one of the other ones you've seen me review on here, right? Well, I like it when a card game makes you do something that makes sense. For instance, the name of this game is Pyramid of the Sun, and as you saw, you actually make a pyramid. Making the shape of something with just cards is a brilliant way to create attention, to create things that, to get people to look at your game twice versus just playing cards and laying them down and thematically kind of making sense. This one actually makes sense. You have edge cards, you have middle cards, you have a topper card. You play those side cards, you get more points. You make the actual pyramid and you shape it up. Also, much like constructing a pyramid, you can see when it's done. So you kind of know, I need to hurry up. Mechanics-wise, I think it's pretty tight. It's pretty sound. It's pretty quick. It plays fast. It always feels like it's your turn because you don't get to do a whole lot on your turn, which is good, So this thing keeps moving, which is what you need for a good micro game. So Pyramid of the Sun, really, should you pick it up? Yes. If you're the kind of person that likes a good micro game, plays very, very fast, plays with 5 people or so, and good components. Even though it's just a little card game like this, it's really good components. I love the way it lays out that pyramid. You see this pyramid laid out in front of you. Really cool, really neat components. My one gripe though is I wish there was a full-sized scorecard in there instead of doing, 2 of the small cards laid out together to make the scoring thing. That is a minor quibble, whatever. But it does you notice it while you're playing. Like, it's kind of annoying having to figure out where these go. So one full-size boxed-size scorecard would have been nice to put in there as well. But again, that's probably you're having to cut a different die and all that stuff. I understand how production works, but that'd be my only knock against it. Great game. Go check it out. Strawberry Studio, Pyramid of the Sun. That's it. My name is Bryan Drake. This is it for the Dice Tower for this time. We will see you next time. Go have a tryptophan coma.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.